my thoughts on I Am Music by Playboi Carti. I thought I should make this video because I've been a fan of Carti for what, 7 to 8 years? Ever since Magnolia first dropped. I don't know where to do this video at, so I'm trying to create new videos. Y'all know me, I already told y'all this. But I figured, why not talk about this? Let me just give my honest thoughts on this album. I literally just threw this on, like, fast. I was like, you know what, let me do it. I just got done, I'm like out of breath, what the hell? I just got done listening to this album for the second time, and my thoughts on it changed in literally like 2 to 3 hours. Like, when I first played this album earlier today, my thoughts is like the complete opposite of that. I understand this album more. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I might just never listen to this album again after this video. But it's cool. So, let me explain this album in a way. This album is a mosh pit. In a way. I have nowhere to sit, so I'm on my knees. This album is a mosh pit in a way. If you get what I'm saying. This album has 30 songs, it's huge, and every song is a different type of way to mosh pit to a hip-hop song. Playboi Carti is a mumble rapper, obviously. He is an experimental mumble rapper, but this sound is a different sound than he has did on his previous work. I'm not that big of a fan of it. About 6 hours ago, like earlier today, not gonna lie, when I first listened to this album, I hated it. I hated every song on this album. I thought it was terrible. I thought this was one of the worst albums I ever heard. I was so mad that I made a video on it and then deleted that video. Fun fact, y'all probably would not even believe me, but I literally hated this shit. Like, and I didn't hate it like how people hated Whole Lotta Red in 2020. No. I hated this. I was actually pissed off. It took my energy. But now I'm like, but wait, hold on. Let me give this another try and understand it. I ate some food, I calmed down, and I was like, but wait, this is cool. Like, I mess with it. Like, I understand it. This album is a mosh pit. And like I said, hip-hop changed over the past 5 years. And this is just a different sound because hip-hop is different now, and it's a different sound because it's Carti. I gotta make a video on this. I gotta talk about this. I gotta get this up on my page. This is cool. It's not bad. I probably will never listen to this album ever again. Like, I won't listen to this album ever again. I feel like this album might get old soon because all the beats feel underwhelming and overwhelming. Like, my thoughts even changed on the first song, on the first few songs. At first, I hated it. Now I'm like, it's cool. I fuck with it. It's creative. He put a lot of leaked songs on it. Not a lot. He leaked his own songs last year and put those back on the album, changed the titles, names, changed some of the sounds, added more instruments. And then Pop Out was a unreleased song that he played at Rolling Loud back in 2023. He put that on it. I'm pissed off that there's no Pierre production on the album, but hey, you know, Carti's my guy. I like Carti. I've been a fan of Carti since 2017, so why not talk about this? I was pissed off because I was getting very tired of the deep voice. I don't like deep voice Carti. I don't even like the songs that came out last year. But I do mess with his leaks, though. There's certain things I just don't like. We all have our own opinions. I'm entitled to my own opinion just like how you are. So I had to accept the deep voice. And I'm like, wait. Hold up. This is tough. This is tough. Like, the deep voice with, like, the ragey, loud mosh pit beats. Nah, this is cold. So if you wanna have a crazy party with some, like, teenagers and some college kids, put on this album. It's 30 songs. You got features from Thug, Uzi, Skepta, Kendrick, and I think Janae Aiko, however you say her name. I forgot how to say her name. Future. Bro, this Travis. What? This is a mosh pit song. I kind of want to see what they do at Rolling Loud. They're going to turn this up. I already know. But it grew on me. I actually have a newfound appreciation. My ear is open to craziness now. When Whole Lotta Red first dropped, a lot of people disliked Whole Lotta Red. A lot of people said Whole Lotta Red was horrible, right? And people had to adapt to the punk metal hip hop sound, the punk rage, loud, you know? But this album is kind of that, but the sequel. This album is like mosh pits, yelling, aggressiveness, all in one. And then you got a couple of love songs, like you hear him singing on some. You got, you know, Rather Lie. Holy shit. I kind of like it. Yeah, I gotta make this video talk about this. You know, for me, I probably will not listen to this album like ever again, and definitely like never again after this year ends, like 2026. But I understand it now. Before I said it was terrible, but I get it. If Carti had dropped this album in 2021, directly after A Whole Lotta Red a year later, I think a lot of people would have said it's bad because they're not. The beats, in my opinion, feel underwhelming and underperforming. But because it's been such a lengthy time and Carti fans have been waiting for music from him, they're going to say that it's good. But it's a split war. A lot of people saying it's horrible. And Carti is way too mainstream. Carti is huge now. So he's reaching people who's not going to understand that sound. And they're saying that he's bad just because of that. Carti's not bad. Carti's just a mumble rapper that's just having too much fun. He's always been different. He's always been unique. Back in his Mexico days, his collabs was with Uzi, Rich the Kid, Thousand Band Fawny, ASAP, you know what I'm saying? Back in 2015, 16, you know what I'm saying? Before his dreads even went past his nose, Carti was going crazy at one point. Then he had dropped Self-Titled with the girls on the album cover. Then he had dropped Die Lit in 2018. Like almost all the songs on that is produced by Pierre. Then he got together with Iggy Azalea, had burgundy hair, blonde hair, and then announced Whole Lotta Red. Didn't drop Whole Lotta Red, dropped At-Med, then finally dropped Whole Lotta Red deep into COVID. So, you know, and throughout Carti is weird in a way because he's a mumble rapper, so his songs are not like fulfilling, but he has a few albums and has gained so much popularity over the years. You'd probably be like, how the hell does how is he so popular with few albums? But remember, Carti gets leaked often. Carti gets leaked often more than I see my father. It's tough. With that, in a sense, that makes him bigger, you know? Then there's like custom songs to Carti. So then he does a few features. It's a weird case with Carti. I think Playboi Carti is way too mainstream. Old Carti back in the day was goated. Because old Carti back in the day wasn't mainstream. He was in his own way, his own style, and he didn't reach people. Now he's like too big, so he's reaching an audience that people's not gonna get him. And now he's pushing all these agendas with like the nail polish and the feminine and got all the boys, little kids worshiping him. Bro, he had niggas, he had little kids staying up and they got schooled in the morning. He had them staying up waiting for his album to drop. Bro, the kids worship Carti. He's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually understand this piece of work now. I would probably rate it maybe a 5 out of 10. Like, I think it's perfectly mid. But it's cool mid. Like, if I want to bump trash and go crazy, hell yeah, I'm about to turn this on. But if I want something, like, better, then I'll go to Die Lit or Self-Titled. I understand that now, though. My fault, Carti. Carti, I was mad at you earlier. I was getting pissed off. Like, I was mad. Like, I was only 6 songs in. I wasn't even 15 songs in. Like, I wasn't even halfway through the album, and I wanted to turn it off. I was only 6 songs in, and I wanted to break my whole setup. I was like, no, this is weak. But now I get it now. I think that this album may not last that long, but we will see. And I don't know when the next time he's going to drop. He probably won't drop for like another 40 years. You know what I'm saying? This nigga about to turn 30. He got kids. He need to mature. I don't know why the hell you 30 years old and you lying to teenagers and kids. The hell you got kids worshiping you and you lying? That's why I can't take him serious. But re-listening to the album again tonight, I actually understand it because I was obviously listening to it in the afternoon. Then I'm now listening to it. Right now I'm recording this at night. So I see it. I'm not gonna keep shaming. I'm just gonna just say what it is. I'm gonna explain what it is for really what it is. It's different. There are people who's gonna dick ride and worship this thing. Then there are people who's gonna hate it But you don't gotta hate it. You just gotta get in the mood of silliness. Like, this is a silly ass vibe. You know what I'm saying? I like this shit. Like, when I had to literally re-listen to this, and I had to open up my mind. I was like, but wait, why am I getting so mad? This is actually cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mess with some of the beats. He changed the song titles. It's a vibe. I just prefer his original stuff before him. The man is completely different now. Like, could be a clone. Look, I'm just gonna leave it right there. I'm just gonna leave it right there. But the kids worship him. And you know what was funny? Is that I'm out of school, so I'm just staying up late regardless. Like, I'm just up. And I had forgot that he was supposed to be dropping. I had forgot what time it was. I see that it's about to be 12. I'm like, oh shit, wait, isn't this guy supposed to drop? I'm thinking that it's 12 EST for me. The nigga says PST. Okay, 3 a.m. for me. I wait till 3 a.m. He doesn't drop. The album is pending. I have to wait for features to clear, and I have to wait for samples to clear, and I gotta get Thug on the album. I'm like, what's wrong with him? Why are you lying to these kids, you weirdo? Like, you know these kids got school in the morning, and you telling these kids that they gotta stay up to get your album? Eventually, I fall asleep. And by the way, I was scrolling through Twitter. I was dying laughing on Twitter. I was scrolling through Twitter. Eventually, I fell asleep, like, late. And I had a stomach ache, too. My food was wilding. I fell asleep, woke up, and I found out that he dropped. I didn't think he was going to drop. Like, I had checked Spotify and Tidal on my own. I was like, let me see if it's here. And it says music. I was like, music? Oh, shit. And then I see 30 songs. I scroll, and I'm like, oh, shoot. I knew he had to drop 30 songs. At first, I thought he would have dropped, like, 33 songs. And I thought that the album would have had Pierre on it, like Pierre production. I thought it had, like, 4 Pierre songs, 33. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't have that. That's tough. And then, yeah. And you know what's funny? When Carti had pushed back the date to 3 a.m., there was this YouTuber who had posted a video saying, every time Carti has lied. And it popped up on my recommended page. And that's crazy how it popped up today when he drops it out. That was, yo, YouTube be knowing, man. YouTube be knowing. Yo. Oh my God. YouTube be knowing, man. I swear, these niggas be watching. But I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I give the album a 5 out of 10. It's perfectly mid. It's not good and it's not bad. It's just right there in the middle. If you want something to rage to and go crazy, then put this on. But if you want something to just, that's nonsense in your ear, put it on. But if you want something that's lyrical and serious, then just don't listen to this. Now, I'm gonna edit this and then I'm gonna try to put on, I'm gonna see if I could, I'm gonna re-listen again and see what else. If my opinions change, I'm gonna comment down below. But right now, perfect 5 out of 10. CT out.
A few moments later.
I'd rather lie than to lose you, girl. I'd rather lie than to choose you, girl. You doesn't love when we're on the phone. I'd rather lie than to me, that's my love.